Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill. We just got huge news recently that a massive California traditional bank has literally just went bust. They've just collapsed. Now, this is very, very important. This is going to be one of my most important videos ever, because what I think we're at right now, I think we're literally at the beginning of the next global financial crisis. There's signs, there's things I'm seeing in the financial system right now that are absolutely terrifying, and you need to prepare right now and wake up and pay attention and stop saying, oh, this is doom and gloom, fear-mongering, clickbait. No, this is actually happening right before our eyes, so you need to wake up and pay attention and stop. Someone commented below on one of my previous videos yesterday saying, I'm delusional, there's no crash coming. I thought, are you delusional? Are you not seeing what's happening? Blackstone defaulted on one of their huge commercial mortgage-backed securities the other day. We also saw Pinko. They defaulted on their mortgage-backed security. We're still in a bear market in the stock market. The Nasdaq's down over 20%. Crypto's crashed over 60%. We've seen a lot of these profitless tech companies, they're still down over 50%. We still are in a crash, everyone, and it is happening. But today, I want to talk about specifically what happened with this bank, how it collapsed. Depositors, they've lost their money, and this is no small bank, okay? This is a bank that's been in business since 1987. This is why I've been warning you. You may want to diversify your bank accounts, take some money out of your bank account. You always want to have some cash on hold, because when things really hit the fan, you're not going to have time to prepare. And like the old saying goes, it's better be prepared 10 years too early than one day too late. So what happened now? This is very important. I wasn't planning on making a video today because my voice is still trying to recover from the past 2 days. But, you know, there's no rest for the wicked. The show must go on. We need to soldier on, because I thought this news is so important. I need to get this out to you. So there's a massive bank called Silvergate. Now, what they did is they were kind of struggling in their business. They weren't doing too well. Their profits weren't going too great. So they took some very, very risky bets. And pretty much what that became was the bank for the cryptocurrency sector. Now, that's already a huge red flag. We know there's going to be some big issues because how risky the crypto sector is. But we had something happen in the crypto industry this year which has never happened in the history of cryptocurrencies. And if you don't invest in cryptocurrencies or don't pay too much attention to crypto, think, oh, I don't want to hear about crypto, it's boring or whatever, you need to pay attention to this, because this is now flowing into the traditional banking system and the traditional financial sector. So what they did, they were providing transactions for a lot of these crypto companies, providing loans. And what did we have happen last year? That's right, we had the collapse of FTX. Now, a lot of people thought that, you know, they just had loans with crypto companies. Well, it's now turned out and it's now been revealed, and this is what I said would happen when the Federal Reserve lists interest rates above 5%. We're going to see something in the financial system break, and we're going to have some kind of financial system black swan event. But we won't know until it actually happens. And this is also what a lot of people have been saying. They're saying if the Federal Reserve keeps lifting interest rates, something in the financial system, this toxic debt, this toxic derivatives are in the financial system, something is going to crack and something is going to break. And we're seeing that now with the commercial mortgage-backed securities. And now we've seen it with crypto. Crypto collapsed. A lot of crypto firms, not just FTX, Celsius. We saw what happened with, there was another few stable coins that collapsed. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I think it was Luna. And so what happened is this Silvergate Bank, again, this is a traditional bank that had about $11 billion worth of assets, insured deposits. But again, customers that hold over $250,000, they may not get all their money back. And we'll have to see how quickly people get their money back. So they pretty much had loans to FTX. Obviously, FTX has gone under. The assets that were backing those loans have become worthless, and now this bank, Silvergate, their stock has fallen from over $200 to now $5 per share. The stock has crashed over 90%. It crashed 57% yesterday, because what they were meant to do is they were meant to do their annual report and submit it to the Securities and Exchange Commission, but they said they were not going to be able to do that. Who knows what dodgy things they've been doing. and they're pretty much being said, they've pretty much already said, look, we can't pay our debts, we can't pay our bills, we can't pay our depositors. They've collapsed, people. There's no coming back from this. This is the first traditional bank we've seen, or we are seeing now, that is collapsing. And there's going to be flow-on effects because all these banks are interconnected. This bank will have loans with other banks, or will have assets on their books, okay, and they're going to get liquidated. They're going to be sold for pennies on the dollar, and we're going to see this flow into the whole financial system. So what we need to pay attention to right now is what's going to happen to the other banks, because they've got loans, like I said, with these commercial mortgage-backed securities. They're now going to be becoming worthless. Also, what I think is really going to tip the US economy into recession and create a really big issue for the financial system as well, is when the housing market finally crashes. Now, a lot of people think this won't happen because if inventory is so low, people, if interest rates keep going up, they're above 7% right now again. It's just simply going to have to correct. The prices still don't make sense with the cost of financing debt still record highs, okay? So that's what I'm monitoring right now, this Silvergate situation. This, like FTX, we saw they collapsed and that had contagion effects now in the traditional banking sector. We're going to have to see if this Silvergate has some domino effects across the whole financial system. But make no mistake, people, it is time to prepare now. The domino, the first domino, the second domino, the third domino has already fallen. And you need to use some critical thinking. You need to do some forward thinking to see how this is going to have flow-on effects. Don't just react to what happens today. Plan ahead. Prepare now. Diversify your bank accounts. Get some cash out of the bank. Hold it somewhere safe, because you just never know if it could be your bank next, okay? We also don't know if there's going to be some kind of cyber attack with what's going on with the geopolitical issues right now with Russia and the West, etc. There could be some other cyber attack on the financial system. And the Federal Reserve said last year or the year before, the biggest risk he thinks for the financial system is some kind of cyber attack, where they could release some fake news, or they could hack the New York Stock Exchange, etc. They could do a lot of nasty things with their cyber attack. And with the way everything's going digital, with these central bank digital currencies, it's just making the financial system more and more vulnerable. So everyone, again, prepare now. Start hoarding cash. I think the markets still haven't hit their lows. Yes, they rallied today, but this is just because we're just seeing a rebound, a bear market rally. I think once reality hits, like we've been seeing time and time again, with the Federal Reserve lifting interest rates higher, inflation getting worse, we're going to see more lows in. So what do you think about this, everyone? Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.